So whenever like my relatives used to come, or I would say not just the relatives, any other person used to come to my house, they actually saw me dancing or singing or doing me something, because my grandfather and my parents were like literally very proud of me at that time as well. They were like, oh, dekho meri kudi kinni vadiya kardi hai, dekho dekho made ja inu dekho hun. It was embarrassing. Now I think about it, but at that time I did not think as a like as embarrassment. I actually enjoyed it. Okay, this is very old one. Khich Kogi Khich. Oh my god, just amazing, amazing. One of the funniest. It's Gurpreet Kogi's movie. I Every time I watch it, I'm in tears. I am just ugly, laughing and crying. The other one is like Meel Krade Rabba, which is Jimmy Shergill and Neeru Bajwa's. I saw that movie in theater first time ever, and I was just mesmerized by Jimmy Shergill and Neeru Bajwa. And I'm like, oh my god, that's just beautiful and beautiful line.
Hi, Kirpan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Mehak. How are you?
I'm great. How was your day?
I was pretty hectic, to be honest. I just did my, monthly things, and pretty hectic, to be honest, because it was a month end, the things going on. But I'm back at home, and to be honest, I just took a bath, and before that, I'm like, I need to kind of like my hair was literally very frisky and very like sticky. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a bath before I do this interview.
Okay, cool. So I think the perfect start to the interview would be if you'll introduce us in the Parminder style.
Yeah. Hi, Mehak. How are you? I'm Mehak. I speak Kajia. Yeah. What you doing, Mehak?
I think I'm into your interview, and this is the perfect start for it. So, Kevin, often with Indian kids, it is a general routine that they're made to perform in front of their relatives, and that is
Hmm.
how they realize their talent. So, did this happen
Hmm.
with you when you realized your talent, or was it somewhere else that you figured it out?
I mean, a lot of time. Okay, if I have to count, I would say 100 times, to be honest. So every time, like, I gotta tell you this. So every time my relatives used to come to my house, every single time, my grandfather, not even my parents, my grandfather used to tell him, मेरी पोती तो इन्नी ज्यादा मतलब भी पढ़ इन्नी ज्यादा ये डांस आ इन्ना ज्यादा ये बोल दिया इन्ना ज्यादा ये भज दिया हुन ये शो करके दिखाऊगी. So every time my relatives used to come and see me, they were actually seeing my dance. They were actually watching me singing, which is not good at all, or watching me doing something like acting or something, because I was actually literally very interested into going into Bollywood, because I was literally at age of like I would say 6 or 7. I was thinking that I'm a mega star at that time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a mega star. I think I am a mega star. So whenever like my relatives used to come, or I would say not just the relatives, any other person used to come to my house, they actually saw me dancing or singing or doing me something, because my grandfather and my parents were like literally very proud of me at that time as well. They were like, oh, dekho meri kudi kinni vadiya kardi hai, dekho dekho made ja inu dekho hun. It was embarrassing. Now I think about it, but at that time I did not think as a like as embarrassment. I actually enjoyed it.
And at times you get rewards, your relatives, either they give you something in cash or any kind of sweets, and then you feel more encouraged towards that, next time I'm
Yes,
going to perform
absolutely.
better.
Like a cash, I'm like on do paise.
Okay, so when did you decide that, you have to showcase your talent on Instagram?
I actually started, to be honest, I started when I came to Canada, like in 2012. There was like, I don't know if you remember, like there was like a Vines days, like, that 6 second video that you
Yeah.
used to put on that app. That's not anymore. So I was like, okay, I like this. Why not I just try and doing it? Because now I am doing it not on the camera, but out of the camera. Like I used to participate in like shows and all those things. So I'm like, let's just do it on the camera, which people actually liked it. And that was actually in 2012. I did it for like a year and then I stopped it. And I'm like, maybe that it's not going anywhere. I tried everything. But when the TikTok app arrived, and I saw like everybody else is doing it. I'm like, you know what? I actually have talent. Like, why not show it? Right? Why not make people happy and laugh? And then I started putting on TikTok, and then I went to Instagram. I'm like, Instagram is like where like India has also an access, and I want my videos to go there to people like actually gonna enjoy this
And relate to the
content,
content.
because yes, so and relate to it, because it's not just like I'm making videos about like the accent video or something like that. I also make videos like how brown parents do when I was a child, or how brown parents act when I was a child, stuff like that you can easily be very relatable. So that's why I started like doing videos and putting it on Instagram as well.
So the ideas for your content are basically from your own household, or is it also from the observation of, in general, the families, the brown families?
I would say generalization, to be honest. Like, I'm going to meet you, like, I'm going to take, like, this meeting, I'm going to take something out of it. And I'm not going to make fun of it. Just, I'm always on the observation, always, always. Here I'm like talking, or here, even if I'm sitting, I'm just going to observe you, and I'm just going to make out like the content of it. So it's a brown families, I would say, definitely. And, my own parents, and my own relatives and my own friends are the part of those videos. And it's just funny because that Carrie and Parminder, she is actually my friend, right? So whom I actually make fun of. She doesn't mind it, but it's just my way of showing that it's funny.
How
And
much I love
also,
you.
yeah. No, don't be.
Oh, okay. So, were your parents supportive of, since Instagram is a large platform and a lot of
Yeah.
people from your community and even in and around Canada, your relatives are viewing that content. So, were they supportive
Yeah.
of going it public on a platform like this?
Yes, my parents are so cool. I gotta tell you this. So my dad, he's a big, big supporter. My mom, and every time, like she's in India right now. Okay, she can't come here, and my dad is here with me. So every time I got a call from mom, and she's like, you're making video on me. Tu mere te video banai janni hai. Tu idda kari. Tu hun ai na kari. Tu ai kari. She actually tells me what to
Okay.
do. She tells me, okay, hon ete video bana de. This is, I used to tell you this. I used to do this. I used to do this. And same as my dad. And I don't know if you saw that video. One video, I was like, I dressed up like as an uncle, and I stuffed my, stomach with like some kind of a pillow. And he actually filmed that video for me.
Oh,
So
that's so
he is like,
cool.
"Idda na khad, itte khad ja, itte khad ja." He is super supportive. Relatives, I don't know that much. Okay. So I make fun of them. Some of my relatives, they love it, and some of them, like, they don't. But I'm making fun of them. So obviously they're not gonna like it. But overall, very, very supportive, I would say. Very supportive.
Okay. So I think the community here and there, what major differences do you find in people about the way they are reacting to the videos, or they're taking the content in a supportive manner or not? So people here, or if you make fun of them in Canada, or the ones in India, so what major differences do you find amongst them?
With the comments that I get, I tell you, it's 80-20%. Like, most people love it. They're like, okay, you're bringing an awareness, and it's kind of like my way. It's a humorous, but it's still try to bring an awareness. It's like, that's what's going on. We should value our culture. We should value our language. We should not be doing, kind of like, my way of doing it. Not many people are very receptive of that. There are many people, I would say, absolutely, I can say they hate me. from the core of their heart. They hate me because they don't like what I'm doing. They don't like, they're saying you're making fun of our community, you're doing this. But hey, I'm still gonna do that. I am actually bringing an awareness in a humorous way. So I would say 80-20. I get all the positive comments, but here and there they're like, you shouldn't be doing that. You should not be making fun of your, elderly people and aunties and, uncles. But here I'm just trying to tell them is like, now is the time to change. Okay. Because our generation is keep going to do that because we have a platform, and either you change it or we're still going to make the videos about it. Right? There's no stopping. You can stop me, say, I won't stop, but you can like, oh yeah, stop Kirpan. She shouldn't be doing that. But there might be other, content makers or other people that are gonna make video on you and say, you gotta stop that.
So there's a thin line between getting inspired and copying someone's content. So how do you make sure that you're inspired and it doesn't go the other way around?
Like I would say, like inspiration is just from the normal day and from the people doing around you, and copying content it's internet. So I'm, for example, if I am making some video, it's gonna still seem like, okay, I'm copying from somebody else, which is basically maybe auntie, that I'm copying it from her because she did something. And same thing, because on this age of internet, it's very rare to say that idea is very original. It might be because I saw something and I'm like, oh, I like it. But I would say, even if you're copying something, always give the credit, because the giving the credits on the internet age and here is always big. Always, even if you're a small content creator, you're a big content creator, always give the credits to the right person. And if you're like copying word to word, yes, absolutely. But if you're copying an idea, you can say, hey, idea by this or whatever. But I'm definitely copying from brown aunties and my mom and dad. So I don't know how to give them credit, but they're the biggest, idea by brown aunties. And I would say the Carrie, I don't know, my friend, she's not Carrie, but like, I named her Carrie. So I copy from her. So there's a difference, you can make a change.
Mm-hmm. When are we going to see your parents featured in your videos?
I try to ask them, and I respect their privacy. Absolutely. They don't want to come into they're like, no way. And that's fine. I absolutely respect their privacy. And same with my sister and my brother. They are very, very private people, accept me. So I absolutely respect their privacy. So I don't know, maybe in near future, but not for now. They don't want to come. They're like, tu karta rahi hai aur tu pag ban ke chal ja, tu edda karke chal ja, tu chunni le la, tu hi ta hai. So it's just me representing them.
You were born and brought up in
India.
Which part?
Punjab. So mera basic, so I'm from like mera district hai Ludhiana, and it's a village Barsal, which is nearby Jagrao.
Okay. Yes, so tell me about something about your family and your community there.
Well, they're very like Barsal Pind is like really small, but very tight community. Very, very tight community. Everybody knows about everybody. That's a loving thing about, and absolutely. And also, I would say, it's just a bit of complication as well, when everybody knows about everybody. But I would say just a very loving community. They love each other. They stand up for each other. You need something, they're just like, a one call away, right? Not even a phone. You can just call right there and they will come and help you right there. I went back and everybody welcomed me with like, open arms. They were like, oh, you're so good, you're so awesome. Like even uncle aunties, like elderly people, they came to my house just to kind of like just see me and how I'm doing, because they actually felt really proud, and they see this there's this girl that is in Canada that also like representing their village. So yeah, absolutely loving community, and just absolute love in their, with each other. That's a difference between, I would say Canada and India, is just this thing is that you can't find here, is that love that they give to you, right? I'm not their own child, but they treat me like that.
Definitely. So are you able to get like a somewhat similar, I won't say exactly similar because that's not possible, but like a loving community in Canada as well?
I would say, not exactly, but definitely. It's there are Canada is kind of, I would say, there's so many Punjabis, so many Indians, so many like, Indian people or South Asian people are here. So I feel like I am at home. I'm not gonna say I don't love I love Canada. It's absolutely such a sweet place, and I get the same love from them. But it's just like people are so busy, right? It's so much going on in here that sometimes people forget that there needs to be a community. But I would say people here are very connected as well. Just like, all the functions with the pandemic, obviously there was no functions going on around, but with, different festivals going on, different functions going on. And we have a largest parade in Surrey that we call is, Sikh parade. I would say like last to last year was like 5 lakh people were there. So it's all about connecting with each other. So I get the same love, but I'm not going to compare with India. No, this is not the same, but yes, it's 80% there, right?
Definitely. So while creating content, initially, I'm sure that it was out of love and something that you wanted to, you enjoyed doing. So did after a certain point the numbers bother you, or you started making content so that it's in trend or something which is like likable, or was it something that you keep on enjoying while creating?
See, I try to refrain from it, but it's not like I'm not gonna say that, hey, I don't care about numbers. No, I do. Why not? Like, you're creating a content. You want everybody to see it. So I definitely care about how many people see it. Okay, are people loving it or not? But at the end, I would say if you are for the long run, try to refrain from it. It can consume you, definitely, and as you said, that sometimes you try to be in the trend, but if you're for the long run, try to just do what you love and what you're good at. People will love you and people will like you. But I'm not gonna just deny this, that it doesn't affect me. It does. It definitely affects everybody. Think about people who has like 30 million followers and people who has like 21,000 like me. So there's a difference. There's definitely. See, I want to get there. Absolutely. Why anybody won't want to get there to 30 million followers? It definitely make a change. But I would say just be authentic as much as you can. Be authentic, be who you are, and people are gonna like you. I have tried, like when I started like a TikTok, and I was trying to find out is like what people like. So I try to put content here and there, and I'm like, okay, do I do a dance? Do I do a lip syncing? What exactly people like? And then I thought about, I'm like, you know what I like, I'm gonna put that on the platform and see if people like. If not, that's for me. If people don't like, that's just for me, that's for my eyes. I like it, that's fine. And people started liking it because I was being authentic, right? I liked what I did, and I did not try to fake it. So yeah.
So do you think you can keep it as your primary profession and a primary source of your income?
I definitely, this is my goal. I want to, is that I want acting. I want, my social media content creation and all that as a primary source of income. Definitely, because I love it. I have a passion for this. But here right now, I don't know if you know, but I'm working as an accounting manager, but because I gotta pay bills, I have to. This is the day to day. But for long run, definitely, and I see myself going there, 100%, and that's my goal is, and I believe in myself for sure.
So I've seen you've created a lot of videos at your workplace. How supportive your team is of your work and the videos that you make at, I think, the working hours, during the working hours?
Uh, I don't do it during the working hours, so I actually get to do like after, because they are literally, my workplace is the most supportive people. I got it because most of them are white and they do not understand our language, so I have to translate for them. And they are, every time I post a video, I show it to them. They're like, okay, tell us what you're saying. Tell us like what exactly you're saying. And they are the most wonderful place and people that I work with. And that's why I get to do these things, because, hey, I am going there and working and also making videos after that. And it's just like I get to pursue my passion as well. Like I love numbers. I'm accounting manager, so I do that. But once I'm done, I do what I love most about this thing is acting or doing videos and stuff. And they absolutely love it. They don't understand, right? But they love it. Even if I'm like speaking in a video, doing something, they're like, oh, you're so funny. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I know you're not understanding. You're trying to be supportive. But yeah, everybody over there is just wonderful.
Okay. So apart from your, perfectly managing both these professions, what else do you love to do in your spare time?
I like to, I volunteer at, crisis line, which is basically, 24/7 service where you can call and talk to people and just get help. So that I do is on a regular basis. I do, go and volunteer over there. I like to volunteer stuff. It's just giving out, because it's all about satisfaction at the end. And I try to get as much as satisfaction is like, hey, I'm making a change. This thing is just gets me going, is that I am making a change, even a little change. I'm making change. So when I feel like, oh, I'm crap, I'm just doing 9 to 5 a job and now videos. So what I do is I go and I try to volunteer everybody and everywhere. Recently, I went to Pride event in Vancouver. I volunteer over there. So it's just doing small things, which actually makes me feel satisfied, and just saying that I'm doing something for the community.
Okay. That's wonderful. So
Yeah.
your favorite Punjabi movie that you love to watch on repeat would be?
There are a couple, but the one is okay. This is very old one. Khich Kuggi Khich. Oh my God, just amazing. One of the funniest. It's Gurpreet Kuggi's movie. Every time I watch it, I'm in tears. I'm just ugly, laughing and crying. The other one is like Meel Krade Rabba, which is Jimmy Shergill and Neeru Bajwa's. I saw that movie in theater first time ever. And I was just mesmerized by Jimmy Shergill and Neeru Bajwa. And I'm like, oh my God, that's just beautiful and beautiful line. So these two movies, I would love to watch it again and again. And the serious movies that I like is in Punjabi is 1984. And there's another one, which is Jimmy Shergill's movies. It's Sharik. Wonderful. I cry every time. And but it's beautiful movies, you know. It's, I would say, like, Punjabi industry has so much potential, so much great content that still needs to be out there, that they still need to be, you know, great movies and great stories. But these are the four movies I would say just I can repeat watch it. Not the very emotional ones. I get very emotional when I watch 1984 or Sharik. But the other two are just absolute love. I can watch them again and again and again.
How do you see the Punjabi industry evolving with time? You've seen the movies that were made before, the songs that were created before, and now the trend has completely changed. So how do you feel about it? And is it going towards? I wouldn't say we know when to comment whether it's going towards the right direction or not. But as per your personal view, how do you feel about it?
It's definitely changing, you know, as you compare with the old movies, Punjabi movies, and now. I haven't watched very old movies, I would say, you know, but I haven't even heard from my mom and dad that they are like, you know, they were saying that's like, you know, that their best actor is this, best actress is this, but they're from Bollywood, not from Bollywood, you know. But now, when they say that, like, now we can, as my you know, opinion is like, oh, Jimmy Shergill is so good, Diljit Dosanjh is so good actor, Amrinder Gill is so I can say these things. So it definitely changed a lot. So now people are like, oh yeah, should we watch that Punjabi movie or should we watch that, you know, Hindi movie? So there is like, you know, you can see there is a shift in there. It's like, should I watch that or should I watch that? But before that, there was no, like, people were more leaning towards like Bollywood, like, you know, Hindi movies. But now definitely change. Good storylines, good directors, good songs. Definitely, songs are like everywhere now. Bollywood, like, you know, but there's a lot of change going on, and also like a good actresses are coming. Good actors were already there, you know, but the actresses now, we know, everybody knows who Neeru Bajwa is. Everybody knows who Sonam Bajwa is. Everybody know who these people are, who these actresses are. So definitely a big change. But I would say there's still a need of, you know, more good stories. But I can see them coming.
So your favorite Punjabi singer would be?
Favorite. Okay, I would say everybody. To be honest, I don't have too much favorite, but I like the song. So I would say, you know, Babbu Man is my favorite. Sidhu Moosewala I like. Nowadays, I'm just like, I'm here. Karan Aujla I like, you know, Amrinder Gill is like all-time favorite. Diljit Dosanjh is just amazing. So if you ask me, I love each and every singer. You know, before, like, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, but he's not just Punjabi, he's Pakistani as well, right? So those kind of singers I like. And Stinder Sartaaj. I mean, I listen to every kind of song. It depends. It's just like which mood I'm in. I'm just gonna put the song and just enjoy. So I would say just good singers are good singers. You know, you can't just choose between them.
Yeah. So I've seen in a lot of videos you've mentioned about green vegetables. Ye khandi hai, spinach khandi hai, main bhi khandi hai. Are you quite fond of them, or which other cuisine do you like?
Definitely. I love every kind of food, but my favorite is definitely Indian food. I'm not gonna deny that. I eat roti every day, twice a day. There's no question. I go to gym and I have a diet and everything. My dietitian used to tell me, it's like, oh, don't eat carbs, Indian roti. I'm like, no, no, no. I gotta change you. I'm not gonna change my diet. I'm gonna change my dietitian, because there is no way that I'm gonna leave Indian food. No way at all. But I love every kind of food other than bland food. I like spicy. Spicy, salty is my way, is every, and especially like green vegetable, as Carrie say, green vegetable khaniya. That's like saag, right? Saag, saag is the best. Saag with the makki roti and with the makhni and all that. That's just the best you can have. And we try to make it over here, but there's no comparison back home. It's just authentic. It's coming from your field. You pluck and you make it from there. But yeah, green vegetable is the best.
Right. So what are your next big plans for yourself? Something that you're planning?
So next is like, definitely I want to be honest, in Punjabi movies. That's my plan is. I don't know what Punjabi directors or producers are thinking, but that's my plan, to go over there and just do Punjabi movies. And another one is just, I want to start something for my own as well, like as a YouTube channel or something, that where my interest, not just like funny videos, but there's something I'm like just making a change, maybe as a motivational speaker or something, that I'm very opinionated person. I have opinion in every and anything, and if that can make a change, or can just to have an inspiration to other people, especially brown girls, that's what my goal is towards. Like, I want them to look at me and see that this girl is an inspiration. We want to be like her, and we want to make a change. That's my goal is.
And at times you face that our opinions are not wholeheartedly accepted. So then how do you go about that?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
Like who?
I think the video is freezing. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're cutting off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, cool. So at times our opinions are not wholeheartedly accepted. So how do you go about that times when you give your opinion about something and people are not accepting it the way they should?
That's totally fine, because we here, my opinion can be something different, and it's coming from my experience. Your opinion is coming from your experience. What I'm going to do is, I'm open for everything. I'm open to listen to you, but you got to have some facts. You got to prove me something, and I might accept your opinion. I might say, hey, you are right, I'm wrong. I have no problem saying that I'm wrong. No way, because I'm not going to tell my opinions are always right. No, that's not the way to learn something. If you want to learn in life, and if you want to learn from other people, from other experiences, you got to be open about it. You definitely. No, you give me the criticism, I'm going to take it in the right way. I might get hurt. That's fine. But that's your opinion. That's totally fine. What do you think? I gotta listen to that as well. In future, for example, if I think I'm right at something and you think I'm not, we gotta have talk. We can sit, we can have a conversation, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're wrong, but we gotta have that open conversation. Sometimes people, they come with this perception is that they are the right, and sometimes like you are the wrong and I'm the right, and that's where the differences starts creating. And that it's not like it's your, like, for example, if just I am blaming something and I'm not open to understand that situation, I'm not going to learn from it. I'm just gonna cast that person out, or cast these people out, but I'm open to conversation. But you gotta prove me wrong. You have to have a right facts. I'm very stubborn as well, but if you have a right facts, you have a right everything is just like, yeah, I'll be able to accept it that I'm wrong and you're right.
Right, that's so cool. So I think we are done with this segment, and we have a special segment planned for you, which is our parent Chugli Kar. We would
Okay.
do some chugli about Parminder.
Okay. Oh my God, what did I tell you? Parminda that I'm in a dustia. Menu Parminda nu mein kya siga party che aa jaye. You know, party? You know, yahan pe main hu, yahan pe party ho rahi hai. I called Parminda. I said, Parminda, you gotta come to party. And she came wearing a suit. Can you imagine? On a
Oh my
suit
God.
paya hoya siga.
Really?
Yes, on a suit pa. Or ki main kya Parminda piche nu back up kar ja right away. Mere ghar na aayi, please go away. And she's like, no, Carrie. मैं कहा, no. पहला जब मैं तेरा नाम रखा सी Parminder to Perry to Tani Mani, that's fine. ਹੁਣ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਂ Carrie ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਆਈ ਆ ਸੂਟ ਪਾ ਕੇ, never ever. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਨੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜੁੱਤੀ ਪਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਸੀਗੀ. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ, oh my God, Parminder to the ਜਮਾ ਹੀ ਦੇਸਨ ਆ. ਮੇਰੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਡਰੈਸ ਪਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਸੀ, ਗੁੱਕੇ ਦੀਆਂ goggles, Gucci the bag, you know, Balenciaga the shoes. Meri ta jami on lassi kachi. Fer nahi maine bulaya Parminder nu. Now don't talk to her.
I cannot stop my laughter. I don't know how you even do it. I think it was.
To be honest, I gotta
great.
tell you, there's no Parminder in my life. I don't know where I got this name from. There is no, and then people like ask like, who's Parminder? I'm like, I don't know, such imaginary friend, and she's Angel. I don't know if there's so many Parminders out there, right? They're like, oh my God, why are you using our name? And I'm like, I don't know. I got it from somewhere. I don't know. I just like Parminder, and you know, and Carrie just tells Parminder.
I'm going to ask all the Parminders who are watching the video right now. Please contact her and tell them that we are the Parminder in your life.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Kirpan, for being here with me. It was lovely chatting with you. I had a wonderful time.
Yeah, same here, Mehak. It was just wonderful just having a chat with you and, just kind of share my thoughts. And thank you very much for interviewing me.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.